People of Reddit, what's the worst thing you have done in a video game? Remove the ladder while the Sims are in the swimming pool. I make a ladder to the basement and remove the ladder when Kevin checks it out and leave a microwave, bed, toilet, sink and a painting skill thingy and force my neighbor Kevin to paint Picasso paintings for cash. I do this in real life. I spent a day sneaking up on people in GTA and knifing my way up to a 5-star rating. Then I would escape on foot. Rinse and repeat. A month later I just bought Hitman instead. LOL. I love just being random in GTA. I once made a really ridiculously good-looking couple in The Sims, like really put the effort into designing them well. Then they had 3 kids, 2 of whom turned out quite beautiful like the parents, and one who was just the ugliest little shit. Ugly kid may have been left in a room with no doors and furniture too close to the fireplace. The mom sim cheated. I would pick up prostitutes as Trevor on GTA 5 in different parts of the city and drive them to secluded areas all over San Andreas, get my rocks off, then murder them and then take various pictures of them in different positions for my scrapbook of death all over the state. In Fallout 2, a child picked my pocket and stole $3. In response, I hit her in the groin with a sledgehammer, making her head explode. Strangely, I didn't get the child killer reputation until after I killed one of the other children who started throwing rocks at me. On the plus side, I got my $3 back. I was playing Skyrim, and as I strolled into Riverwood for the first time, the one boy in town said to me, "Watch out, or I'll play a trick on ya." No one plays a trick on me. No one. I sent him a message. I murdered his dog when he had his back turned and carried on my way. One day, 2 in-game month later, I was leaving my home in Whiterun, and as I left the city gates, mercenaries attacked me. I checked the contract the leader had on him. The boy had sent these men after me. He must have been saving up his allowance ever since that day, just to pay these men and get his revenge. This is when the games begin. In the middle of the day, I murdered his mother and threw her into the river. Later that night, after he cried himself to sleep, I snuck inside his house and murdered his father. I spent the night waiting outside, making sure I hadn't been caught. Then I stepped inside his home. The boy was leaning over his father, weeping. Then he turned to me and said, "You of all people, get out of here. I hope monsters eat you." This boy, he never learns. Systematically, I killed every person in the town. I made sure to drag each new corpse in front of his home. This is what he had caused. This boy and his tricks, this would teach him the lessons his parents never could. He was alone now. Only the innkeeper, and his friend. Still, he said only harsh words to me as I passed. It was decided. He would lose his only friend. I adopted her. Then the innkeeper left due to the story quests. He is alone now, and he always will be. Jesus Christ. Slaughtered every pickpocket or person who got in my way in Mos Espa in Star Wars, The Phantom Menace for PlayStation 1. The funny thing is, you're supposed to be collecting parts to repair the Queen's Naboo cruiser. There is a nation of pickpockets who will steal your stuff as you're walking the streets. I just started killing them like the Sir Lancelot Swamp Castle scene from Holy Grail. I finally find young Anakin and Padme, and she actually asked if I had heard of the mad Jedi murdering people in the streets. My response, yes. And I killed both with my lightsaber and the game ended. The programmers knew that eventually somebody would snap and start killing people because they got sick of the pickpockets. And that man was me. I laughed so hard with this, thank you. Great game, great memories also. I played it on PC back in the day. In Fallout 4 there was a family having a picnic in the wasteland, mom, dad and their son. I tried to kill the son, but you can't kill children on Fallout 4, so I killed both of his parents instead and left him. Shouldn't be having picnics in the wasteland, it is a dangerous place. I'm a long-time GTA player. Since GTA 1 in 1996, I think, I've done some awful things. Nightmarish, hell-worthy things. But dropping the baby penguin off the ledge in Mario 64 still keeps me up at night. His tiny squeal haunts my waking days. Built an unfinished roller coaster in Roller Coaster Tycoon and opened it to the public. That, or forgot to pet a dog in various games. In DayZ, I teamed up with a guy for around 15 minutes to build up trust, but when he had his back turned I cuffed him. He was yelling for help, but I stripped him of his clothes and fed him disinfectant. I shot him in the head while he was puking to death. DayZ is fun. Fallout 3, got a mod and wiped out Little Lamplight. Eat shit Macready, though he redeemed himself in the end. Edit, unless you count the cannibalism, blowing up a town full of people with a nuke, just using the flamethrower every time that kid comes sprinting up to ask for help, convincing that guy at Rivet City to unalive himself, getting Mama Murphy to OD on chems etc. Fuck, Fallout really gives you a lot of options to be an absolute cunt. Forcing one of my villagers in Animal Crossing, New Leaf, to move out of my town by repeatedly hitting her with a net and ignoring her. I felt terrible. In Minecraft I infiltrated multiple factions, looted their chests, and gave away all the items to players at spawn. I felt like Robin Hood. That's what you get for trying to make me your crop harvesting slave. In GTA 5 I like to hit people so they fall down the mountain.